Hi guys, it's Jeff from PTS Syndicate, and in this video we're going to talk about the ERG CQB a little bit more in depth than in past videos. What I have here is this CQB ERG I've been using for about the past 2 years. I most recently used it at Milsom West Kazakh Offensive in October of 2015 out at George Air Force Base in California. One of the features that I really like about the ERG is the last shot stop function. So what happens is you put a fresh magazine in, hit the bolt release, you fire the weapon, get you one shot, pull the trigger again, it's empty and it doesn't fire. So I'm not wasting time firing an empty gun and losing those precious seconds when I should be transitioning to a pistol or changing magazines. That functionality actually saved me in an airsoft game at John Liu's Lion Claws Tactical Challenge 2015. If you look, we've got a little bit of video for you to look at. In that game, I was moving to flank on an opponent after we had gotten in kind of a long engagement, and I was using the ERG magazines set on the 30-round setting, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But I was using my ERG magazines on the 30-round setting, got caught up in the moment, didn't reload, went to flank on a guy who was hiding behind some cover, got on his flank, went to fire, and my magazine was empty. Gun didn't fire. As you can see in the video, I transitioned to a pistol, and then I'm eventually able to take that guy out. If I didn't have the last shot stop feature, I would have been firing an empty gun at that guy, probably would have given my position away and would have given him a chance to react. Fortunately, he didn't notice me until I was actually firing my pistol at him. So not only does the last shot stop give you that realism, or a little bit more realism, but it really is a functional mechanism to make you a more effective airsoft player. Let's talk a little bit about what I have on this gun and why it's set up this way. Again, I used this at the Kazakh Offensive, and I was a team leader running a grenade launcher, so I had a grenade launcher put on here. Because I had the grenade launcher and this gun's front wired, I had to run a PEC box here on the side. That's why I'm running a PEC box. I've got the Griffin Armament M4 SD2 suppressor on here, mainly just to finish out the look of the gun, but because it is short barreled, I want a little bit of standoff off the end from the grenade launcher. And again, running the ERG magazines. So let's talk about that for a second. So to get the last shot stop feature to work, you've got to use the ERG magazines with this extended follower that comes out. Now, what's really cool about these is that you can actually change the amount of rounds that they hold from 30 to 60 rounds. You can do it real easy. So this slides out. There's a little switch here from 30 to 60. This one's set on 60. So if you really want to go for realism and set it to 30 rounds, you can, or bump it up to 60. But just remember, like I did in that, like what happened to me at the Lion Claws Tactical Challenge, if you're running 30 rounders, remember to do your tactical reloads. And again, the other thing to remember with this that helps with realism is when you put a fresh magazine in, you got to hit that bolt release to get it to cycle, or it won't. I've done it myself where you forget to hit the bolt release because you're used to a regular AEG. Now that goes to speak to another reason why I really like this ERG platform. If you're a real steel shooter, whether you're using an AR platform in the military, law enforcement, you're a competitive shooter or just for home defense, you won't build that bad muscle memory from a regular AEG where you forget to hit the bolt release like you would need to do in real life. So that every once in a while you're out playing airsoft and you forget to hit that bolt release, it's a muscle memory reminder not to start forming bad habits when you're playing airsoft with your AR platform. I like to use the Scout when I'm playing in an environment that's a little bit more open, field environment. The longer barrel gives you a little bit more range. And also, if I don't have to run a grenade launcher, it's a little bit easier to run a grenade launcher on the C4 than the CMR. So when I don't need to run a grenade launcher, I want to take advantage of the lower profile of the CMR rail. Also, the setup on my Scout is pretty similar to the setup I have on my Real Steel AR that I use for shooting competition. So that's an advantage, and if I'm going to do any practice for 3-gun or any competition shooting with the AR, I'll use my Scout. This has been Jeff Takeda. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out all the latest PTS products on our social media, and I'll see you next time.